You are Locked On Fantasy Basketball, your daily fantasy basketball podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball podcast brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd and I am the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com and at Yahoo Sports Australia. And you can find me on Twitter as always at redrock_Beeble and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Well, what a huge day in the NBA. Michael Bolton.
Let's get to it.
This is only going to be a short podcast. I'm not going to even bother talking about the games that actually did take place. Detroit and Philadelphia, Charlotte, Miami, the Knicks and the Hawks, the Denver Nuggets and the Dallas Mavericks, because the NBA season has been suspended. Rudy Gobert has tested positive for coronavirus. Now, everything that's coming out about Gobert is he is okay. He's not in any sort of severe situation. He was feeling pretty good. But the fact is that he is positive, that meaning he is a carrier of the disease. And he has been in contact with plenty of people over this time, fans in the arena, all the other teams, officials, all that sort of thing. So the NBA is on an indefinite hiatus. I do not know what that means. I think we've only got like a month to go of the regular season. I think that it would be prudent for the NBA to cancel the rest of the regular season and resume the playoffs at the end of April and start from there. I have no idea what they're going to do. And once we find out more information, I will come back and do another show and talking about what the ramifications are with that. What I suggest of you, any of you who are commissioners in fantasy basketball leagues, you should pause your ads and drops. I'm getting multiple questions. Hey, does this mean I go and grab Ben Simmons, Karl Anthony Towns, Clint Capella? Hey, someone even suggested they're going to grab Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant because if the NBA season's delayed, then we'll go and add these guys. I think that everything should just be delayed, stopped, paused, no moves at this point. No trades, of course, no ads and drops because we're dealing with incomplete information. So if you are a commissioner, go and change that setting in your league today so that we don't have to deal with these situations. As for what's going to happen, I don't know. We have to wait in the next few days to hear what the NBA has to say about it, and then we'll make judgments on it based on that. Again, I think if the regular season ends, all the teams in the playoffs, they just split the prize pool evenly, would be my best guess as to what is going to be. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I haven't made a decision of that in my leagues, but that's what I think we should do. As for what's happening with this show, well, there's not going to be much for me to talk about in the next couple of days. I will record a show when some news comes out as to what's happening, but otherwise, there'll be a little bit of a break in transmission here. I can't go into my usual end-of-season program because the season's not ended and we don't know what's happening. So there will be a bit of a break here in the show. But once news does break as to what is actually going on and where the season is headed, then I will be back talking about what's going to happen from here on out. So that'll do it for me today. Just a quick little update on what is going on, guys. Hope everyone stays safe and takes this seriously. You can say that it is only like a flu, and it is the case for some people, but there is still a pretty high mortality rate, and the rate of spread has been an issue, and it's impacting businesses and families right across the world. So even if you're feeling fine, you think you're going to be fine, doing the smart thing is, of course, the smart thing. All right, guys, we are done here. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. See ya.